We are live for break 222. Happy Friday, everyone. Apologies for the fuck ups for the last mini. Glad you guys are onto it, not me. What a fucking week I've had. Let's quickly just tag everyone that's in the break. Hopefully I can. Most of you that are not blocking us. Bryce. Andy. Matt. No. Can't get... I can get Andy. Andy the legend. Keeping me on my toes. Luckily, he knew what the fuck what I did wrong. Okay, they're the people I can tag. Don't forget to say hello, guys. Just to show you, we do have a full case here. It's sealed. It's gonna zoom back in perfectly. Yes, love it. Let me open it and let's get cracking. Last one took me 3 hours. So, most of you would have been enjoying the Broncos getting smashed by the Panthers. Now let's enjoy some breaks. Put a couple of boxes up here. Let's do it. Actually, I'll put these over here to this side. You can see. There. Good luck to everyone. The fun starts after this one. Empty box. The hobbies start tomorrow. Yeah, we could probably do the hobby tonight. 2 retail and 1 hobby. I'm easy. It's Friday night. We got starting off with a Game Breakers. Isaac Tuggo for Penrith. And Cody Walker. Oh, let's turn it this way. I'll look at this way. Game Breakers, Jai Gray for the Bunnies, and Ali Brickenshaw. Luminous. League Heads, Nico Hines, Sharks, and Futawaka, Titans, Luminous. We've got Bang, Isaiah Ayangi for the Eels, and Lindsay Collins, Luminous for the Roosters. So, how are you, Sean? Good win for your doggies last week. Crichton should have been sent 10th in the bin, but hey, that's another story. So Ayangi again for the Eels. Game Breakers, and Olakmakatu for the Sea Eagles. Latu Finu for the Tigers. And Adam Dewey for the Tigers as well in Luminous. Let me bring up, where's my PDF? Bryce, how are you, mate? Nice seeing you this afternoon. Gurmit Shibasaki, Game Breakers for the Broncos. And Damien Cook, Luminous. Herbie Farmworth, Bang for the Dolphins. And Reid Marnie, Cowboys. Fino, League Heads, Tigers, and Jai Grey Rabbits. Die cut, Thomas Jenkins. I think he just got the he took the steal, the intercept in the final try of the game tonight for the Penny Panthers. And Team, was it? Is it Team Marie? No, I don't think it's Team Marie Martin. I always get his name wrong. How good? I don't know what the end result was, but apparently, oh, that's right. Warriors beat the Roosters today, didn't they? Game Breakers. Maynard Perrin for the Dragons. And Tuufa in the Luminous. Morgan Smithies, League Heads, Raiders. And Dominic Young, Luminous, Knights. Yeah, it's a full case, mate. Valentine Holmes, Bang for the Dragons, and Robert Toya, Roosters. Stay tuned, guys. I will run a closing mini for the two box retail and one hobby. After this, Spencer Lenu, League Heads for the Roosters, and Josh Addo-Carr for the Eels. Triumph, Jacob Saifidi, that's the red for the Knights, and Cam Pereira, Luminous, Titans. Game Breakers, Dylan Lucas, Knights, and Isaac Tago, Luminous. Mate, if I can get those other spots sold or I can get a mini done tonight real quick with all the teams gone, mate, I will 100% break them tonight. League Heads, Alex Johnson for Bunnies, and Callum Ponga, Luminous. Epi Coruscant, Bang for the Tigers, and Britton Nikora for the Sharks, Luminous. So many inserts in these ones, isn't it? 2 per box. So it's what, 72 per box. League Heads, Clint Gutherson for the Dragons, and Salidi Tupanua for the Dogs. I've got to say, the new Dogs logo is bloody growing on me. I really, really like it. There we go. Gladiators for the Storm. That's going to Matt Patmore. Jerome Hughes, 34 of 599. And Kezi Apps, Luminous. First one hit for tonight. So for everyone that's on here, I'll probably mention it a couple of times. I will pack and sort all the cards tonight, including Elite that we did in the US. And we'll get them sent out Monday, Tuesday at later. But they will be packed, ready to send. Yeah, I've got to see when we can get it boxed up for you guys. Mitchell Moses, League Heads for the Eels, and Nanai Cowboys, Luminous. Gurmit Shibasaki, Bang for the Broncos, and Jacob Preston for the Dogs, Luminous. Die cut for the Warriors, Aaron Clark and King Togia for the Dragons. Dylan Lucas, Knights. Gurmit Shibasaki, Broncos, Luminous. Come on. Game Breakers, Roosters, Robert Toya, Ryan Pappenhausen, Storm, Luminous. Ruben Garrick, Sea Eagles, and Joseph Saab, Sea Eagles. Red Triumph, Fanua Pole for the Tigers, and Karini Karima, and Luminous for the Dolphins. Wade Egan, League Heads, Warriors, Kurt Mann, Luminous, Dogs. Daily M, Predictor, Blake Brayley for the Sharks. Sharks, there you go, Bryce. 150 of 270. Maybe he'll have a good season. And Zali Hopkins for the Dragons. Funeral pack of box 1 of 12. Get a drink, enjoy yourselves. DeGroot Titans, Game Breakers, and Sean Russell, Luminous. Die cut, Ruben Cotter for the Cowboys, and William Kennedy, Sharks, Luminous. Fire Logo, League Heads. What a game he played last night for the Storm. And Ethan Sanders, Raiders. Game Breakers, Matt Burton for the Dogs. Nickel Kostad, Warriors, Luminous. Connor Watson, Bang for the Roosters. And Casey McLean, Panthers. Tino for the Titans, League Heads. Hang on, give 1 sec, guys. Put bloody base on the inserts. Take them to the side. League Heads. And Jerome Hughes, Luminous. And then they're going everywhere now. Okay, sending the base. I'm not sending the base out. We're going to Mercury. Nakora for the Sharks. There we go. 193 of 450. Going to Bryce. I'll put that in a toppy. And Asako, sorry. Jermaine Asako. Let's put the base away. If you want base cards, guys, send us a message. All we're doing is charging an extra $10 for extra postage because of the weight. I'm more than happy to jam-pack more cards into, not nicely, I won't damage them, but nicely into the box because more cards can fit in there. If you're collecting a base set, box numero uno. Let's put Nakora Mercury into a top loader. 193 again of 450. Let's put that at the top there. They're not bad. Oh. Empty box. There. Flip them over. Let's go. Good luck. Box 2. Die cut. Harry Grant. Bit of a scare last night for the Storm. And Albert Jones for the Warriors. He played a magnificent game last night. The Storm were amazing last night. Eels disappointed me big time. Game Breakers, James Tedesco for the Roosters. Max King in the Luminous. We've got a Bang, Matt Burton, Doggies, and Lachlan Ilias, Dragons. We've got a Red Triumph, Brandon Smith for the Souths, and Ethan Strange, Raiders. League Heads, Nathan Cleary, Panthers, shouldn't be playing tonight, and Felici Kafusi for the Dolphins. I reckon the Broncos still would have lost with Cleary not in there. They played terrible tonight. Josiah Papa Lili, Game Breakers for the Eels, and Eels again, Junior Paulo Limits. John Bateman, Leakheads, Cowboys. Bradman Best, Knights. Leakheads, Patrick Garrigan, Broncos. Bailey Smith, Luminous. Tom Trebojevic, Bang for Manly. And Sam Virals, Titans, Luminous. Katoa for the Sharks in the die cut. And Braden Trindle in the Sharks as well. Luminous. Die cut again. Knights, Dominic Young. And Jack White in Souths. Let's check. Just want to see something, guys. Yeah, cool. Sorry. Jaden Campbell, Titans. Ayongi, Eels. Stefano, Leakheads for the Storm. Clint Gutherson, Dragons. Trindle, Bang. Brown, Knights. He was Eels before. Weird saying Knights for him now. Game Breakers, Campbell Graham for Souths. And Isaiah Yule, Penny Panthers. League Heads, Dominic Young, Knights. And Lenu for the Roosters, Luminous. Gladiators, Jack Wadden for the Rabbitohs, Andy. There you go, 477 of 599. And Abbey Church. Let's change it up with the Gladiator over here. Luke Brooks, League Heads, Manly. And Dylan Egan, Dragons. Mitchell Barnett, League Heads, Warriors. And Reece Walsh, Broncos, Luminous. Nanai, Game Breakers for the Cowboys, and Herbie Farmworth, Dolphins, Luminous. We're going to Mercury. Futuweka for the Titans. I know who the Titans are going to. It's going to Dwayne, 218 of 450. And Ben Hunt, Luminous. Similar blue to the Shark one. Cameron Munster, Storm, Bang. and Xavier Coates. Sam Virals, Titans, League Heads, and Jareen Buller, Tigers. Daily M Predictor, Jack Wadden for the Rabbitohs. Andy, there you go again. 127 of 270. And Ruben Cotter. Rabbitoh supporters would love that one. Game breakers, Reece Walsh for the Broncos and Campbell Graham, Souths. Die cut, kick out for the Bulldogs and Jesse. I'm just calling him Jesse for the Sharks. Colkin? Game breakers, Luai for the Tigers and Bullimore for the Seagulls. Luminous. Herbie Farmworth, League Heads, Dolphins, and Taylor Preston, Doggies. Philip Sami Bang for the Titans, and Campbell Graham. Jaden Campbell, sorry. Campbell Graham. Where do I get that name from? Why do I have that in my head? Corey Horsburgh, League Heads, Raiders, and Crichton, Roosters. Appy Nichols for the Warriors. Phoenix Crossland, Knights. Dream Buller, Tigers. Sebastian Chris, Luminous. Connor Tracy, League Heads for the Dogs. Kurt Catewell for the Warriors. We miss him in our team. Big time. Warriors are lucky to have him. Capewell. Newcastle Knights, Red Triumph, and Payne Haas for the Broncos. Hakeem. Will Penasini for the Eels and Dylan Edwards. Penny Panthers. Final pack of box number 2. Isaiah Katoa for the Dolphins and Kalua for the Seagulls in the Luminous. There we go. Box number 2 of case number 2. On the drink break. Let's do it. Box number 3. box. Let's do it. As always, good luck. Biddle, Game Breakers, Sharks. Nico Hines, Sharks. Die cut, Campbell, Gillard for the Titans. Cohen, Hess, Cowboys. Coruscant, League Heads, and the Hammer, Dolphins. Gladiators for the Cowboys. Cowboys going to Andy. Got a few hits tonight, Andy. 08. 599. Nice and low numbered. John Bateman. And Lika Halasima, Warriors. Nico Hines, Bang, Sharks, and Hudson Young for the Raiders. On a roll you are, my friend. Game Breakers, Kameki Maker, Storm, and Drinkwater, Cowboys. Need to learn how to say these names properly. We've got a Red Triumph, Melbourne Storm, and Aero Sharks. Kahlua Game Breakers, and Tino Titans. We've got Bang, Clint Gutherson, Dragons, and Valentine Holmes, Dragons, and Luminous. Asako, Dolphins, League Heads, and Clydesdale, Knights. Robert Toya, Roosters, Bang. Farmworth, Luminous. Die cut, Jai Gray, Souths, and James Fisher Harris, Warriors. Bailey Haywood, League Heads, Dog Ears, and Luca Moretti, Eels. Pole, Game Breakers, Tigers, Luai, Luminous. Kyle Flanagan, Dragons, in the die cut, and Mariner Broncos. League Heads, Tom Starling, Raiders, and Morgan Smithies, Luminous. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, Warriors, Bang, and Hopewadi, Luminous. Hopewadi again, League Heads, and Xavier Coates, Storm, Luminous. Ben Hunt, League Heads, Broncos, and Liam Martin, Luminous, Panthers. Mercury, Greg Marju for the Knights. Knights going to Bryce. 59 of 450. And Coruscant, Tigers. That is a nice blue. I really like that blue. I like the maroon better, but it's not a, in hand, they're not too bad. Did I say the number of it? 59 of 450. Fudawaker, League Heads, Titans, and Kick Out Dogs. Game Breakers, Willison, Broncos, Johnston, Souths, Luminous. Dream, Buller, Bang, Tigers. Did I show that? Sorry, Bang. And Nelson Solomona for the Storm. Luminous. League Heads, Kennedy, Sharks, and Isabel Kelly. Roosters. There was a card someone put up on one of our paid ads. There was no quality control. They put a wrong picture of Isabel Kelly on her card. I don't know if any of you've seen any quality control issue ones. Mark Nekawakawakawase, League Heads, Jamie Chapman for the Titans. We got Leilua for the Dragons, Bulla, Tigers. Die cut, Lachlan Galvin for the Doggies, and Matt Burton, Luminous. We've got Tom Trbojevic, Triumph in the red, and Jack Wyden, Luminous. Game Breakers, Zach Labert, and Ayungi, Luminous. Kalmatagi for the Rabbitohs. Sorry, just dropped the card there. Ben Hunt, Luminous. But everything nice and clean and easy to get to. If you saw my office, you wouldn't think I'm a clean person. Jacob Kiraz, Bang for the Dogs, and Clint Gutherson, Luminous. Game Breakers, Crichton for the Roosters, and Brown, Luminous for the Knights. Clayton for the Sea Eagles in the die cut. Yo in the Luminous. Papalili for the Eels, League Heads, and Lenu, Roosters. Final 2 packs of box 3. My beautiful wife is watching. Just saw that she's popped on to see the break. Greg Marju, Knights. and Abbey Church. And the Luminous. Ali Liotta, Game Breakers for the Warriors, and Dylan Egan, Dragons Luminous. That's a box number 3. Killing it time-wise. I'm bloody loving it. I must have picked the perfect 2 boxes to get the predictors out. Box 3. Let's go box 4. Drink break. Let me just push my rubbish down. Empty box. Good luck, guys. Pappenhausen, League Heads, Asako Dolphins. Mercury, Lailua for the Dragons. That's going to look Burrow. 57 of 450. And Ali Brigginshaw, Luminous. They look good, these colour ones, the colour match ones. Now let the swapping begin. Galvin, Red Triumph, and Fedewaka, Luminous. Actually, I might try something. Swap the boxes around. I'm always throwing the rubbish ones this way. Die cut. Moses Leota for the Penny Panthers, and Olamakadu for the Sea Eagles and Luminous. Ray Stone and League Heads, Dolphins. Dominic Young, Knights. Bang. Suli for the Dragons, and Dewey, Luminous, Tigers. Die cut. Drinkwater for the Cowboys, and Max Plath for the Dolphins. Reece Walsh, League Heads, and James Tedesco for the Roosters, Luminous. Alex Johnston, Rabbitohs, and McEwen. So Jermaine. It's Friday night. I haven't even had a drink. Jermaine McEwen Knights. Luminous. Jermaine. There's so many of them. Hobawati. Bang for the Eagles. Sorry. And Kurt Mann. Ruben Garrick. Game Breakers, Eagles, and Sean Russell, Eels. Robert Toya, League Heads, Roosters, and Tupanua, Doggies. Die cut, Johnston for the South, and Kennedy for Sharks. Emily Bass, Game Breakers, Tigers. Ethan Sanders, Raiders. Dylan Walker, League Heads, Eels, and Nickel Kostad, Warriors, Luminous. Oh, Daily M Rookie of the Year Predictor, signature, going to the Raiders, Gareth Lawson. There you go. This one is one of my favourites. 124 of 230. The Raiders took a very young halfback from the Bronx. He could get Daily M Rookie of the Year. That is a pretty good card in my opinion. I could be wrong. I was wrong about the Eels last night, but Zali Hopkins. But that is, I think, a good predictor. What are we going to change? Sorry, Titans have to go. Let me know your thoughts. Am I right or wrong? It's that young black guy. What's his something black? I can't remember his first name. Braden Trindle, Hero. Bang, and Casey McLean. Luminous. Payne Haas, Broncos, Game Breakers, and Jerome Hughes, Storm. Halasima, Bang for the Warriors. Triumph. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys, I did it again. Didn't even bloody look at the back card. Campbell Gillard. Luminous. My apologies, I don't know why I didn't say that one. AJ Brimson, Triumph, Red. Tamika Upton. Nikora, League Heads, and Cameron Murray. Souths. Game Breakers, Ruben Cotter, Cowboys, Damien Cook, great. League Heads, Fletcher, Sharp, Knights, Reed, Money, Luminous. Cameron Munster, Game Breakers, and Lindsay Collins, Luminous, Roosters. Stop sliding. These are very shiny or glossy cards. Game Breakers, Fisher Harris, Warriors, and Jai Gray in the Luminous. The base are just very simple and white, but they look so good. Oh, we got a Gladiators. Looks like a purple, so I'm guessing Storm. Oh, it's a Bronco. There you go, Chris. Adam Reynolds. 61 of 599. I know you don't feel special with that high number, but still, it's Adam Reynolds, a Gladiator, and Martin for the Warriors. The Bronx. Let's put him down the front. Sua league heads for the Dragons and Tawufa for the Raiders. Tom Dearden and Bang for the Cowboys and Robert Toya, Roosters. Billy Smith, Game Breakers, Roosters, and Josh Addo-Carr, Eels. Tom Trebojevic, League Heads, Seagulls, and Carl Pereira, Titans, Luminous. Oh, don't miss that one. League Heads, Cody Walker, Rooster, South, and Ben Trebojevic, Manly. We've got Bang, the Hammer for the Dolphins, and Mitch Barnett, Luminous. 4 packs to go of box 4. League Heads, Pole for the Tigers, and Ramian Sharks. Kurt Capewell, Game Breakers, Warriors, Tom Starling, Raiders. Die cut, Appy Coruscant for the Tigers, and Blaze Talagi, Panthers. Final pack. We're a third in. Just under an hour being live. And we've got Nakora, League Heads of Warriors, and Jackson Purdue for the Cowboys. That's a box number 4. Gonna get some more boxes. Box 5 and 6, let's put them there. Box 5. Everyone's quiet tonight. Probably all disappointed the Broncos lost and Panthers won. Good luck, box 5. Penatini Gray, Sharks. Carl Launton, Cowboys. Gladiators for the Knights. There you go, Bryce. Dominic Young, 326 of 599. And Appy Nichols, Luminous. Jermaine Asako, Bang. And Tupu for the Roosters. Game Breakers, Bradman Best, Knights, Fogarty, Seagulls. League Heads, Crossland Knights, and Finawaki Dolphins. Halasima die cut Warriors, and Greg Maju for the Knights. Zach Lomax League Heads Parramatta, and Joseph Tarpany Raiders. We've got a red triumph Brisbane Broncos, and Dylan Lucas Luminous Knights. Game Breakers, we've got Tonga, we'll just say Tonga for the Dragons, and Sua Dragons in Luminous. We've got Jaden Sua Bang for the Dragons, and Mackenzie for the Cowboys in the Luminous. Funawaki, Game Breakers, Dolphins, and Smith Souths, Luminous. Lachlan Galvin, League Heads for the Dogs, and Jermaine Hopgood, Eels. Don't forget, right after the break, guys, I will put up a mini. Hopefully we can close out the 2 retail and 1 hobby. Tom Dearden, Game Breakers, Cowboys, and Moses Leota, Panthers. Also tomorrow, if the breaks fill, I'll break straight after they're full, unless we get to the night and I'm out. So, Seagulls, Kalua in the die cut, and Nakora Warriors. We're going back to regular scheduling, guys. Breaks fill, we break. Tom Gilbert, League Heads, Dolphins, and AJ Brimson, Titans. We've still got Elite as well, guys. So if you want to jump on Elite, we'll put some Elite up as well. Aidan Fanua, Blake, League Heads, and Trent Liero, Luminous. Katoni Stags, Bang for the Broncos, and Cameron McInnes. What an ugly bastard he is. I'm sorry, but he's an ugly bastard. But a decent player. For the Sharks, Max King in the Mercury for the Doggies. Mr. Orgar, there you go. 241 or 450. And Pole for the Tigers. I could probably say that Max King can take over Nakora. The only reason why Leilua stays there is it's a red. Gives my wall a bit of colour. Game Breakers, Hobawati for the Seagulls. And Jamie Humphreys for the Rabbitohs. League Heads, Graham, Souths, and Cleary, Panthers. Red Triumph, Nikora for the Sharks, Lomax, Eels. Here's a question I heard that was asked the other night about Lomax. Would people be talking much, or would there be any hoo-ha around him going to the Storm? if Lomax was going to go to another team like, say, Tigers or the Cowboys? Would there be so much talk about it? Ethan Bullymore, Leagueheads, Seagulls, and Angelina for the Dogs. Let us know what you guys think. Is it because he wants to go to the Storm and get out of his contract with Para? Die cut, Papalili, Eels, and Flanagan, Dragons, Luminous. And should have he sacked his manager straight away? Xavier Coates, Leagueheads, Storm, and Keno Kenny, Titans. KO Wicks, Game Breakers, Raiders, Jai, Arrow, Souths. Bang, Hugo Savala, Roosters, and Billy Walters, Luminous. If they went to a bigger club, yeah, but if he went to a smaller, in my opinion, I agree with the guys. But if he went to someone low club, no worries. But if he's going to a big club, Broncos, Penrith, Storm, I think that's why it's all up in the air now. Kalua, but yeah. Yeah, no. If he was released, yeah. Tom Dearden, Cowboys. I think what they're trying to start now with all this. I want to get out of my contract. Even when they're doing with Barnett, they're trying to create like the Premier League where get out of your contract, pay a fee. Adam Dewey, Leagueheads for Tigers, and Ezra Mann for the Bronx. I know we're not talking big. We're not talking millions of pounds, £100 million release clause. We're only talking about 250k. I'd love 250k in my bank account. Game Breakers, Murphy, Eels, and Ray Stone, Luminous for Dolphins. But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of money to get thrown around now with players want to leave early or whatever. Clubs want compensation. Oh, we've got a Golden Triumph. Golden Triumph. Is the Golden Triumph numbered? It is. To 80. Andy, it's your night, mate. Latrell Mitchell, Golden Triumph. 72 of 80. That's our first Golden Triumph. Congratulations. And Fainu, Luminous. It is Andy's night tonight. All right, Lalua, you have to go now. Latrell Golden Triumph. Not a bad case so far tonight. Kyle Flanagan, Leagueheads for the Dragons, and Emma Varan, Sharks. Luai Bang for the Tigers, and Tamale Raiders. Did we get a Golden Triumph in the last one? I can't remember the Golden Triumph in the last one. Do you remember who it was, Bryce? Because what is it? Oh, it's one in there at 432 packs. So yeah, one in a case. I don't know who we got. I can't remember. Angus Crichton, Roosters, and Fialago Storm. I have to go back to my video to see who that Golden Triumph was. Die cut, Katoa Dolphins, and Hugo Savala Luminous. I'm thinking now, who was our Golden Triumph? Game Breakers, Jerome Hughes Storm, and Adam Reynolds Luminous. Yeah, that's all right. Wasn't as big as probably Latrell, that's probably why. League heads, Campbell Gillard for the Titans, and Lachlan Galvin Luminous. There you go, box number 5. I'll quickly have a quick look. I'm in the video watching. There was someone, yeah, I can't say it, but my fat hands are in the way. But okay, that doesn't matter. Let's get on to box number 6, halfway through. I'm going to enjoy packing tomorrow, looking at the cards again. Empty box. Box 6. Good luck, everybody. Junior Polo, Red Triumph for the Eels, and Seyfarth Luminous Tigers. James Tedesco, League Heads, Roosters, and Kiraz Dogs Luminous. Lomax Bang Eels, and Isaiah Papalili Penrith. KO Wicks, League Heads, Raiders, and Will Panasini Eels. Bulla Game Breakers, Tigers, and Stags Luminous. Jackson Purdue, League Heads, Cowboys, and Leilua Dragons. Red Triumph, Penrith Panthers, Josh Kerr, Dragons. Ryan Pappenhausen, Mercury. Going to the Storm. That's going to Matt. 423 of 450. There you go, Mr. Patmore. And Hale for the Titans. pretty good. It's a pretty good Mercury. Bam, it can go. Saifidi, League Heads, Knights, Xavier Savage, Raiders. Reese Walsh, Broncos, bang. And Katoa, Dolphins. Harry Grant, Game Breakers, Storm. And Luke Brooks, Seagulls. Put that in the wrong pile. League Heads, Cameron Munster for the Storm. And Pasifiki Tonga for the Dragons. Nathan Cleary, Game Breakers, Panthers, and Jonah Pertz, Storm. He played terrible last night for the Eagles. He's going to be a new halfback. Hopefully he gets better. Dan Gagai, Knights, die cut. And Jesse Southwell, Knights. Callum Ponga, Game Breakers, Knights. Bailey Simonson, Eels. He bloody lost my bloody bet last night. I would have won $1,000. Got sin binned. Oh, good butt. Die cut, Tom Gilbert, Dolphins, and Ricky Luminous. Game Breakers, Adam Reynolds, Broncos, Leota, Warriors, Luminous. Shibasaki, League Heads, Broncos, and Kamatangi, Souths, Luminous. Die cut, Ethan Sanders for the Raiders, and Labour, Cowboys, Luminous. Sully, Dragons in the bang. And Jacob Saifidi, Luminous, Knights. Tyrell May, League Heads for the for the Tigers, and Molotua Matello, Sharks. Game Breakers, White, Roosters, and Harry Grant, Cowboys in the Luminous. Tom Dearden, Cowboys, bang. And Mitchell Moses, Eels. League Heads, Nicole Kostad for the Warriors, and Jessica Sergis for the Roosters, Luminous. League Heads, Brian To'o, Panthers, Brian Kelly, Titans. Game Breakers, Clint Gutherson, Dragons, Cameron Munster, Luminous, Storm. Pappenhausen, bang, and Salmon, Doggies, Luminous. Die cut, Ben Hunt, Brisbane Broncos, John Bateman, Luminous. Gladiators, Joseph Tarpany, Raiders, Gareth Lawson. There you go, another numbered card. 113 of 599. And Taruva, Luminous. Jake Trebojevic, League Heads. Sam Walker, Luminous. Bang. Ko Wicks, Raiders. And Paseka, Manly. Kinney, League Heads for the Titans. Stone Street, Luminous for the Sharks. Kira Dib, Game Breakers, Cowboys. And Lelu, Dolphins. 3 more packs left of box number 6. We're halfway through. Angus Crichton, Sydney Roosters die cut, and Togatuki Tigers. Game Breakers, Jesse Coquelin, not sure how to say his last name, for the Sharks, and Luke Metcalf, Warriors. Kurtman, League Heads, Bulldogs, and Matthew Timiko, Luminous. Halfway through, guys. Another level because they're going to stack it. Alrighty. Let's get a few more boxes. Box 7. Oh shit, don't fall. Do not fall. Good luck. We got box 7.
I'm grabbing water.
Grab.
Sorry to interrupt.
Can you turn the aircon on?
Yeah.
Liam Martin, League Heads, Penny Panthers, and Brian To'o, Penny Panthers. John Bateman, Game Breakers, Cowboys, and Tamara, Raiders. Red Triumph, Christian Tupolodu. Tupolodu for the Dragons and Suat Dragons. Lelu for the Dolphins. Dylan Walker for the Eels in the Luminous. Wade Egan, Warriors. And Moses Sully, Luminous Dragons. Jaden Campbell, Titans, bang. Latrell Mitchell, Souths. The Luminous. Game Breakers, Dylan Edwards, Panthers. Tom Trebojevic, Sea Eagles. He needs to have a biggie, I think, Tom. Latrell Mitchell, Leaguehead, Souths. Willison, Broncos, Luminous. Knocking them down. Red Triumph, Hudson Young for the Raiders. And Fletcher Sharp, Knights, Luminous. Leilua, Dragons, Lindsay Smith, Panthers. I think Lindsay, from what I saw tonight, I watched little bits and pieces of the Broncos and that. He played an awesome game, Lindsay Smith. Nickel Kostad for the Warriors. Bostock Dolphins, Luminous. Dominic Young, Game Breakers, Knights. Dylan Lucas, Knights. Leilua, Lememu. I'll get his name right this year. Dolphins, Mercury, 188 of 450. Going to Andrew. Andrew, welcome to the break. So welcome to Andy as well. We've got new people in here. Might as well say welcome. We've got Luke, Andy, Andrew, and we've got Andy Garrett, Andy Mark, and Gareth. Connor Watson, Roosters, Luminous. Love having new members in our group. And the cool thing is some members are just around the corner. Andrew is literally 2 minutes from where Damo lives, and about 5 minutes from where I am. So that's cool. Andrew. Adam Reynolds, Leagueheads, Broncos, Dang Gagai. Stop sliding off the pile. Tegan Dimmick, Bulldogs. Patrick Carrigan, Broncos, Luminous. Die cut. Mitch Kenny, Penny Panthers. And Harris Tavita, Warriors, Luminous. Cameron McInnes, Leagueheads, Sharks. And Murray Talagi, Cowboys, Luminous. We've got Bang, Brandman Best, Knights, and we've got Luke Luleli, Tigers. Bang, Luke Brooks, Seagulls, and White Roosters. Max King, League Heads, Bulldogs, and Tegan Berry, Dragons. Fainu, West Tigers, die cut. And Sean Kepi, Rabbitohs. State of Origin predictor. Brighton. Oh, that's going to go to the Penny Panthers. Crown gets that one. 99 of 115. League Heads, Luke Metcalf and Jack Trebojevic. When am I going to get a Maroons one? I want a Maroons one come out. That's 2 bloody Blues ones. Bloody Blues. Sorry, Max, you're going to go. Xavier Savage, Bang, Raiders, and Kamakimika for the Storm. I think I said that right this time. Luminous. Jaden Sewer, Game Breakers, Dragons, Blake Brayley, Sharks, Luminous. Jack Whiting, Bang, Souths, and Stephen Crichton, Doggies. Brian Kelly, League Heads, Titans, and Philip Sami, Titans. In the mix. Jamie Humphries, Souths, Rabbitohs. In the die cut, sorry. And Ray Stone, Dolphins, Luminous. Hudson Young, Game Breakers, Raiders, and Fainu, West Tigers. Die cut, Dragons, we got Gula and Mackenzie in the Luminous. League Heads, Cohen Hess, Cowboys. And Emma Varan, Sharks, Luminous. Gladiators, Papalili for the Penny Panthers. 534 of 599. That's going to Crown. And Tamale. To everyone new watching, jump onto the website if you need the best quality supplies for your cards. Jump on our website. If you want some, let us know before we ship out next week. We will include free shipping. So we'll give you a code for free shipping. So if you don't like the quality, send them back for a full refund. No questions asked within 30 days. You won't be disappointed. If you don't believe me, talk to Craig Hyde and talk to Matt Crowhurst. Jack Bostock, Game Breakers for the Dolphins. Smith, Souths in the Luminous. League Heads, Olamakadu for Eagles, and Fayalago for the Storm. Game Breakers, Jermaine Hopgood, Eels. I don't think he should have got sin bin early in the game last night. And Hugo Savala, Roosters. League Heads, Callum Ponga, Knights, Luminous, Reynolds, Broncos. How is someone supposed to adjust their tackling motion when someone's dropping? That is the most stupidest rule. I know it's about head safety, concussion, and that I'm all for that, but Dylan Edwards, Panthers, Bang, and Galvin Luminous. There we go. Box number 7. Box number 8. Empty box. Good luck, guys. Box number 8. Start off with Tomalolo, Bang, Jack Bostock, Luminous. Game Breakers, Kickow. For the Dogs, White, Luminous. Die cut, Clint Gutherson for the Dragons, and also for the Dragons, Tegan Berry, Luminous. Bradman Best, League Heads, and Kepi, Luminous. Jai Gray, Bang, and Jack Trebojevic, Luminous. Another Bang, Timiko for the Raiders, and Williams, Luminous, Eels. League Heads, Sebastian Chris, Raiders, and Kira Dibb, Cowboys. Luminous. Die cut, Ezra Mann, Broncos, and Wishart, Storm. League Heads, Cook, Dragons, and Twal, West Tigers, Luminous. We're getting up to 10:30 Brisbane time, 11:30 in the other states on the East Coast. Smithies, Game Breakers, Raiders, and Tamalolo, Luminous. Appreciate everyone staying on, watching the break. Lindsay Collins, League Heads, Roosters, and Firma Titans. I'll try to get through the last 4 boxes pretty quick. Nanai, Triumph Red for the Cowboys, and KO Wicks, Raiders. Frizzell, Game Breakers, Knights, Patrick Carrigan, Broncos Luminous. League Heads, AJ Brimson, Titans, and Stefano Storm Luminous. Die cut, Tino Titans. Oh, that's a nice card. I like that blue. And Willison Broncos in the Luminous. Red Triumph Flanagan Dragons, and Fletcher Sharp Knights Luminous. Blake Brayley Sharks League Heads. Lindsay Smith Panthers. Ruben Cotter League Heads Cowboys, and Sami Titans. Brian To'o Bang Panthers, and Tamara Raiders. Paseka Game Breakers for the Eagles, and Walker for the Eels. Luminous. Walker's on. That's the wrong Walker, but Tomalolo Cowboys die cut, and Sully for the Dragons. Dylan Edwards League Heads, and Connor Watson Roosters Luminous. Dominic Young Knights Bang, and Dan Gagai Luminous. Game Breakers Firma Titans, Tyrell May Tigers. Stephen Crichton League Heads Bulldogs, and Panatini Grey Sharks. Gladiators for the Doggies. There you go, Sean. Jacob Preston, 492 of 599. And Tuivasa Sheck. Nico Kostad Bang Warriors, Connor Tracy Dogs. Salamana. Got that right in the end. Full Storm League Heads, and Latrell Mitchell in the Luminous. I will need a drink break soon. Tegan Berry Game Breakers Dragons, and Tom Trebojevic Luminous. A few more packs to go. Box 8, 4 to go. Game Breakers Fanua Blake Sharks, and Kamika. Whatever. Storm. Kamika, that's the one. Slow it down, Milo. Slow it down. Leakheads, Jermaine Hopgood and Blake Brayley. Mercury, Reece Walsh, Broncos, Chris Shepard, there you go. 81 of 450. And Harris Tavita, Warriors. Reece Walsh. Game Breakers, Khan Pereira, Titans, and Stephen Crichton, Dogs. Liam Martin, Game Breakers, Penrith, Talagi, Luminous. Lenu, Die Cut, Roosters, and Leiluli, Tigers. Final pack, box 8. Jai Arrow, League Heads for the for the Souths, and Brian To'o, Luminous. There's box number 8. She knows. I'll get the last 4 boxes out. Box 9. Empty box. Let's do it. Good luck, guys. Box 9. Nanai, League Heads, Cowboys, Jai Arrow. Twal, Game Breakers, Tom Dearden, Luminous. Trindle, Triumph, Red, Sharks, Ezra Mann, Luminous. Brayley Haywood, Die Cut, Bulldogs, Humphreys, Luminous. League Heads, Wilt Panasini, Eels, and Fainu, Tigers, Luminous. Lachlan Galvin, Bang, Doggies, Lawton, Cowboys, Luminous. League Heads, Jacob Carraz, Doggies, Nichols, Luminous. Aero, Game Breakers, Sharks. Tupu, Roosters. Jalen De Groot, Titans. Die cut. And McInnes, Luminous, Sharks. Hopewadi, Mercury for the Sea Eagles. Going to Annie Mark. 86 of 450. And Fanuaki, Dolphins. In the Luminous. Cameron Murray, Leagueheads, Souths. And Greg Marju, Luminous. Bang, Brian Kelly, Titans. Joseph Tarpany, Raiders. Isabel Kelly, Game Breakers, Roosters. Billy Walters, Broncos. Molotalo, Leagueheads, Sharks. Nathan Cleary, Penny Panthers. Trent Reliero, Game Breakers for the Storm. Zach Lomax, Eels. Lindsay Smith, Leagueheads, Panthers. And Angelina for the Dogs. Luminous. Bang, Tyrell May, Tigers. And Kyle Flanagan, Dragons. Luminous. Sea Eagles, Ruben Garrick, die cut. Kinney, Luminous, Titans. Crossland, Bang for the Knights. And Egan, Warriors. Game Breakers, Moretti for the Eels. And Tom Gilbert, Dolphins. How good is Saturday football coming back tomorrow? Love it. Leagueheads, Khan Pereira, Titans, and Marky Mark in the Luminous. Can't wait till next week when you've got 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. Leagueheads, Cody Nikarima, Dolphins. Corey Horsburgh, Raiders. There's talks also there. The new television deal is going to bring Monday footy back. Fire Logo, Melbourne Storm, die cut. And De Groot, Titans, Luminous. Game Breakers, Xavier Savage, Raiders. And Frizzell, Knights. I think it's going to be... I think one of the reasons why they stopped, I could be wrong, I've heard that it's hard to get... I'll get back to it. Tupu, Bang, Roosters, and Haywood, Luminous. They've got to get council approval from Brisbane because where the stadium is, it's near a lot of residential homes. The loudness on a Monday. I think there's some law about that. I don't know, but yeah. Saab, Leagueheads, Sea Eagles, Fanua, Blake, Luminous. I might be wrong, but that's what I heard. A lot of Karens in Queensland. Game Breakers, Tupanua, Dogs, and Cassie for the Eels. Gladiators. For the Titans, there you go, Dwayne. AJ Brimson, 66 of 599. And Mitch Kenny, Luminous. Oh, base cards flying. Game Breakers, Jamie Chapman, Titans, and Ruben Garrick, Luminous Seagulls. Instant win, Titans. I think Titans was the last instant win as well. There you go, Dwayne. Instant win. I was going to say, when's the instant win coming out? Jermaine Hopgood, Eels. I'm pretty sure we had Titans in the last one. Instant win. It's a pretty good wall. I don't know what to take off for that instant win, but that's why I haven't swapped much. League heads, Jerome Hughes for the Storm. And Moses Leota, Luminous. Ronaldo Molitulo, sorry. In the Bang Sharks. And Nakura in the Warriors. A few more packs. Box 8. League heads, Tarpany Raiders, Brimson Luminous. Triumph South Sydney Rabbitohs Red, and Fogarty Seagulls. Brimson Titans, Liero Storm. Brimson's last few packs have been nearly every single card of his. Jacob Little, League heads Dragons, and Paul West Tigers to finish off box 8. Was it right, Dwayne, that you got the Titans one in the last one as well? I knew you'd be on. Quiet in the background, not saying a word. I should be sponsored by New. The amount of water I bloody buy. Box 9. Should be the hydration partner of Crown Collectibles. Empty box. Let's go hunting. Box 9. Good luck. League heads, Jerome Luai, Tigers, Kira Dib. Drinkwater, League Heads, Cowboys, and Ethan Strange. Die cut. Eero for Sharks. Kafusi, Dolphins. Tamal, Raiders, Game Breakers. Paulo, Eels. Let's speed it up just a little bit, guys. As fast as I can. Harry Grant, League Head, Storm, Best, Luminous. Falago, Bang for the Storm, and Verril's Luminous, Titans. Talagi, Bang for the Panthers, Smith, Luminous. Moretti, Eels in the die cut, Trindle, Luminous. Harris Tavita, Warriors, Crossland, Luminous. Nice. Game Breakers, Stephen Crichton, Dogs, Chris, Raiders. Labor, Cowboys, Huss, Broncos. Kickout, League Heads, Dogs, Jesse, Sharks, Luminous. Tino, Game Breakers, Titans, Dylan Edwards, Panthers. League Heads, Ezra Mann, Broncos, and Kalua, Seagulls. Tupu, Game Breakers, Walsh, Luminous. Triumph, Newcastle, North Queensland Cowboys, Red, and Albert Jones, Warriors. Moses Leota, League Heads, Panthers, Max King, Dogs. Dan Gagai, Knights, Game Breakers, Ilias, Dragons. Gilbert, Dolphins, Twal, Tigers. Ethan Strange, Raiders in the League Heads, and Tamalolo, Luminous, Cowboys. Mitchell Moses, Bang, Eels, and Firma, Titans. Deedon, Die Cut, Cowboys. Wicks, Luminous, Raiders. Junior Polo, League Heads for the Eels, and Stefano, Luminous for the Storm. Julia Robson, Game Breakers, Broncos. And Williams for the Eels in Luminous. Katoa for the Dolphins in the Bang, and May Luminous. Gladiators for the Roosters. That's going to the Crown. 555 of 599. Tedesco with Shark Storm. Bloody hell. Get in there. There we go. After seeing so many packs, your eyes start going, oh. Sam Walker, Leaguehead Roosters, Penatini Grey Sharks, Luminous. Luke Brooks, Seagulls, Tavasa Sheck, Warriors. For the Eels, Mercury, Andy, there you go. We got Iangi, 115 of 450, and Connor Tracy Luminous. Roger Tuivasa Sheck, Red Triumph, and Ruben Cotter Luminous. Katoa Leagueheads, Graham Luminous. Daily M Predictor, Connor Watson for the Roosters. 118 of 270. And Kurt Capewell, Warriors. Bang, Latrell Mitchell for the Rabbitohs. Bullimore, sorry. Seagulls Luminous. Abbey Church, Game Breakers for the Eels, and Preston for the Dogs. 2 packs to go of box number 10. Leagueheads, Valentine Holmes for the Dragons, Jaden Campbell, Titans. What Luminous are we going to finish off with box 10? It's a die cut for the first card, Xavier Coates for the Storm, and Angus Crichton. Luminous for the Roosters. Box 11. We're nearly there, guys. Again, I'm going to keep thanking you. Thanks for staying on. It says here we've got five on the moment. We had different numbers all over the night. That's why I keep looking side to side to see what my numbers are. Box 11 of 12, empty box. Oh, if I just knock that out, please. Did that last time, off the camera. Let's do it. Good luck. Box 11. Jerome Hughes for the Storm. Connolly, Dolphins, Luminous. Drinkwater for the Cowboys, Game Breakers, Sarah Togatuki for the Tigers, Luminous. Die cut Wong for the Roosters, Luke Metcalf, Warriors. Chris Leake, Raiders. Timiko, Raiders, Luminous. Gladiators, Dream Buller for the Tigers. 193 of 599. Jonah Pitts. Storm. Storm, now Eel. Bronco next year. Reece Walsh, Broncos, bang. Ricky, Broncos as well, Luminous. Gilbert, League Heads for the Dolphins, and Leota, Warriors, Luminous. Billy Walters, Game Breakers, Broncos. Keone Kolomatagi. Mate, I wish I can cheer you up with a big one. I think the best one you've got so far, you've got the 599 Gladiator. You got the Walsh Mercury, 81 of 450. I think that's about it from the Bronx. The big hits. Disappointing game, mate. It was, yeah. Fanua Blake, League Heads, Sharks, and Alex Seyfarth, Tigers, Luminous. Game Breakers, Patricia Malepo, Warriors, and Max Plath. Game Breakers, Sophie Holliman, Raiders, Jacob Carraz, Dogs, Khan Pereira, Red Triumph for the Titans, Papalili, Luminous Panthers. Crichton, Dogs, bang. Salmon in Luminous. Trindle, Game Breakers, Sharks. Bateman, Cowboys. Love that. watch the English team. team. Hakeem, league heads, Broncos, and Sam Walker for the Roosters. I was going to say Sam Kerr. That's how tired I'm getting. Reading the names. Sam Walker, Roosters. Die cut, Herbie Farnworth, Dolphins, and Paseka, Eagles. Adam Dewey, league heads, West Tigers, and Samuel Stone Street, Sharks, and Luminous. Don't get what Maguire's thinking was of putting Ezra Mam on the bench. I think he should have started. He's a young player. Tom Dearden, league heads, Cowboys, James Tedesco in the Luminous. Kyle Flanagan, league heads, Dragons, Stags, Broncos. Chris, Raiders in the die cut, and Leilua, Dragons. Tom Trebojevic, Game Breakers, Seagulls, and Jesse Southwell, Knights. Jackson Purdue, Cowboys, Bang, and Simonson, Eels, Luminous. The Warriors, James Fisher-Harris, league heads, and Brian Kelly for the Titans. Dolphins, Red Triumph, and Cameron Munster for the Storm. Game Breakers, Max Plath for the Dolphins, and Will Panasini for the Eels. Okay. Hines in the die cut for the Sharks. Taruva, Luminous. I know it's only game one of the season. I think they said since 2017, every team that lost in the World Cup Challenge always have lost their first game of the season as well. Angus Crichton, league heads, Roosters, and Ben Trebojevic, Luminous. Martin, Warriors, and Barnett, Luminous, Warriors. Garrick, Bang for the Eagles, and Jermaine McEwen for the Knights. Lachlan Garvin, league heads, Bulldogs, Jesse Ramian, Sharks. Game Breakers, May, West Tigers, Tamika Upton, Broncos. Zach Labert for the Cowboys in the Mercury. Going to Andy. 184 of 450. And Tom Starling, Raiders. Oh, fucking Chapo jumps on fucking now. Where the fuck have you been, Chapo? Campbell Graham, League Heads, Rabbitohs. Blaze Talagi, Panthers. I'm supposed to be at Damo's house today helping him. But I said, nah, stuff at break's more important. Zach Lomax, Eels in the die cut. And Jackson Purdue, Cowboys. Corey Horsburgh, Game Breakers for the Raiders. Campbell Gillard, Luminous. League Heads, Mitch Kenny for the Panthers. And Cameron Murray for the Rabbitohs. And that's box 11. Box 12, final box of the case, guys. Again, very grateful. Appreciate you all for staying on, watching the break. Hearing golden tonsils here. Now that the golden microphone's gone, maybe I should go buy one and create one. Right here, golden microphone with the golden tonsils. Box 12. Let's do it. Good luck. Box 12. Let's smash it. Game Breakers, William Kennedy, Sharks. Clydesdale, Luminous for the night. Excuse me. Twal, League Heads, Tigers. Jamie Chapman, Titans. Can we go big in this one? League Heads, Connor Watson, Roosters. Fisher Harris, Warriors. Gladiators for the Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs have had a few hits tonight. Where are we? Andy Jai Arrow, 137 of 599. And Moretti in the gold. Cameron Murray, Game Breakers for the Rabbitohs. Drinkwater, Luminous for the Cowboys. Jack Williams for the Eels. Liam Martin for the Panthers. Die cut, Hopewadi for the Sea Eagles. Coruscant, Luminous, Tigers. Jack Wyden, League Heads, Souths. It is the home stretch, my friend. King Togia for the Dragons. We've got a Mercury. Daniel Tupu for the Roosters. 381 of 450. Kalen Ponga. Murray Talagi League Heads Cowboys, and Brendan Nakora Sharks Luminous. The Hammer Red Triumph for the Dolphins, Luai in the Luminous. Herbie Farmworth, Dolphins Game Breakers, Cody Walker Rabbitohs. Bang, Ryan Pappenhausen Storm, Kezi Apps, Luminous. Tuivasa Sheck, Warriors, and the League Heads, and Nanai Luminous Cowboys. Game Breakers, Blaze Talagi Panthers, kick out for the Dogs. Isaiah Yo, League Heads, Panthers, Alex Johnston for the Rabbitohs. Xavier Willison for the Bronx, and Tino for the Titans. So yeah, guys, I am packing tomorrow. Most likely will go out, I'm guessing, Tuesday. I think Damon's got tennis on Monday nights. So the Hammer with a bang, and Valentine Holmes Luminous. You will get your cards next week. That is a promise. Zach Lomax bang Eels, and Isaac Tago for the Panthers. And any other breaks. So if we do the other ones over the weekend, I will pack them and get them ready to send out. We won't wait till the following week. Game Breakers, Olivia Higgins for the Knights, Jacob Preston Dogs. Jump on, as you guys know, we've got Afterpay on our website if you get credits. Braden Trindle, League Heads Sharks, and Shibasaki Broncos. Die cut, Fisher Harris for the Warriors, Ryan Pappenhausen Luminous. Stay tuned. There will be a mini to do the other the final box. Game Breakers, Kurt Mann Dogs, Jacob Saab Seagulls. If we break that tonight, I will put up a new break in the morning first thing. KO Wicks, bang for the Raiders. Cody Nikorima Dolphins. Die cut, Jermaine Asako Dolphins, Aero Sharks. Another die cut, Mitchell Moses, Parramatta Eels, and the dog ears, Matt Burton in the Luminous. Halasima for the Warriors in the bang, and Nelson in the Luminous for the Storm. Game Breakers, Bailey Simonson for the Eels, Isabel Kelly for the Roosters. The Hammer, League Heads, Dolphins, Dean Mariner, Broncos, Luminous. Die cut, Xavier Savage for the Raiders, Morgan Smithies for the Raiders. Luminous. League heads, Hudson Young, Raiders, and Lei Hopewadi, Eels. West Tigers, Red Triumph, and Nico Hines. Sharks, Luminous. Game Breakers, we've got Taufa, Raiders, and Cohen Hess, Cowboys. Lei Hopewadi, bang for the Sea Eagles. And we've got the hammer, Luminous. 2 packs to go. Thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate it. We're just under 2.5 hours live, breaking 12 boxes. Moses Suli, league heads for the Dragons, and Halasima for the Warriors. I do appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for just staying on and watching. I hope you're happy with your hits. Dylan Egan, Game Breakers, and Hudson Young to finish it off. And there you have it, guys. 12 boxes, case number 2 done. Not a bad, pretty much once that got up, that was very hard to change players around. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great Friday, whatever's left of it. It's coming up to 11:30. See you maybe later on if we can get that mini going. I'll get that mini going now. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. I know we will definitely close it off, and let's keep breaking. Let's get some hobbies done. Have a good night and